I'm waiting you to go and come back. Doing breakfast on the rooftop. Of course you do. Of course. I'm excited. Today's gonna be a fun day. Got my camera ready. It's charged up. Okay, we're ready to go. Ready to go.
This is, by the way, the beginning of the Egyptian civilization in total, okay?
Okay.
And in this time, by the way, they look at all the phenomena which happen around them. Which phenomena? Sunrise, sunset. They found, by the way, that the sunrise in the east side and the sunset in the west side. So they imagine as well that the plant grow and die and grow again. So that this looks like a cycle of life.
Yeah.
So the person, he will live, he will die, he will be resurrected again, like reincarnation, rebirth, or reborn again to return to the life. In this time, by the way, they put that they should what? To prepare the house of the afterlife.
Okay.
So, the house of the afterlife, in normally meaning that we called it like a cemetery or a tomb or as a graveyard. They start, by the way, to digging under the ground like the shaft, which is approximately like 20 meters down, and after that, they make like a small rectangular shape, just they raise the body as it is, and beside it, apart, just a distance, to keep the stuff that they needed in the afterlife. Which stuff that they needed in the afterlife? Food, and anything to drink, like water, honey, milk, wine as well. And after that, they put for sure beside the food and beside what they'd like to drink, some of their furniture, some of their clothes, some of their also, that I mean, treasures.
Treasures,
okay?
yeah.
After that, by the way, they built above the ground something that we called it mastaba. Mastaba, looks like a rectangular shape. And to remark that this is as a place, as a graveyard, they put a small stela, hold the name, and also with a wish that they wish in the afterlife, okay? So for example, the wish is kind of like, I need eternity, eternal life, I'd like love, peace, prosperity, health, something like this,
Yeah.
okay? So, let me to show you how we can go to draw, to imagine the shape of the caves and also as well the shape of the cemetery, the old cemetery before they start to build the pyramid.
They still don't really know how they built the pyramids, but I think they used sound.
Nowadays, they can do the same idea. They have a lot of technicians, they have a lot of machines, but for sure, that just the problem about the technician from inside, how the air reach inside the main period chamber, which inside the pyramid, and that's very refreshed air still nowadays.
There's like a shaft in there, right?
Exactly.
There's a shaft.
And they discover as well big wheel under the ground beside the pyramid, transfer the water which came from the Nile River, and to do it, to working that go up to the tunnels inside the pyramid till to reach to the up or the top of the pyramid, and after that, by the way, make kind of electricity.
Yes.
You hear about this?
Yes. So what I know so far, right, is that there are naturally protons and neutrons in our atmosphere. And the shape of the pyramids, being that it has three sides and it's kind of like a funnel, it funnels the protons and the neutrons into the ground.
Same idea of the polar star, Atlantis as well, and you know the belt of Orions, by the way.
Yeah.
So the west bank of the Nile River. How many pyramids, by the way, in Egypt? You know?
I don't.
Guess.
4.
Okay. 111.
Oh my god.
By the way, what's your horoscope, Rhonda?
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus.
Yeah.
If you put something in your mind, you should have it anyway. So romantic, very sensitive heart, and up and down temper, very sensitive. If you need to get something, you should to have it anyway. Good luck.
Thank
but in a politely way. Just with your smiles. So, 111 pyramid in Lower Egypt. And the last research, let's talk about maybe the pyramids in Mexico may be related to the Egyptian pyramid, but until now still under research because it's almost like the same design. So maybe, by the way, that this looks like upgrade for the pyramid or something like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think but the pyramids in the old world, as far as what I know, the pyramids were used to bring like free energy to the populace, right?
Exactly.
And what they did was they put they put pyramids on ley lines on the earth, right?
Exactly.
Because they're energy resource centers.
Yeah.
So then they would cover them with limestone or like this sort of like crystal that would help conduct the electricity, so that everybody would have electricity and nobody.
This is
you know.
Talk about the capstone which above the pyramid, because when we will go to talk about the pyramids, by the way, that the pyramid built by 3 materials of stone. The first material depend on the bedrock. They choose the place to build on it. For example, Giza pyramid, the bedrock there that is sandstone. In Saqqara that is limestone. In Dahshur that is limestone too. So it depends on the bedrock that they cut the stones there. After that they start to build the pyramid. So this is the first material of the first stone that they use, depend on the bedrock there. Second material, by the way, from inside. They should to use red granite stone. Which place to use the red granite stone? On the grand gallery, that I mean, or on the tunnel, or on the shaft that lead you to the main burial chamber, that should be from the red granite. What about the outcase? The outcase sometimes from smooth limestone. So, when we enter to the pyramid, that you will go to see, by the way, the 3 materials together.
Okay.
The base, just little bit remains of the outcase. And for sure that you will go to see the blocks that they use it to build the pyramid.
Yeah.
And from inside the red granite stone. What else? It is said after they finished the technician to build the pyramid, and we will talk about it later in details, how they cut the blocks, how they do it to be stuck together, how they do it to enter the big sarcophagus inside it, after that to cover it with the outcase. The last thing that they put above the pyramid, on the top of it, a capstone. And the capstone, let's talk about crystal that you talk about it, which made electricity or energy, that they call it to be like the house of energy or house of meditation.
Yes.
Okay. Some of them as a chef, as a minister, also by the way as a viziers. We will go to visit this pyramid from inside, but unfortunately that's not allowed for the tour guides to enter, to not make a lot of explanation down. And by the way, that I'll go to with you outside. Before we enter to the pyramid, let me to show you my secret place to do little bit meditation. صباح الفل يا بشوات.
The
Look at
main,
it. Looks like what?
it looks like a place of worship. It looks like information.
Entrance, something like this, right? Door.
Yeah, it does look like a door.
It's a false door. By the way, I will tell you something about this. By the way, when they starting the journey to the afterlife, they should, by the way, to be sure that all the food which keep with them and the drinks as well will be survived for a long time to complete the same daily lifestyle of them when they are still alive. By the way, normally the relative came to visit the person that they leave us, that I mean the dead person, and they brought many kind of food, many kind of fruits, many kind of vegetables, many kind of meat, many different stuff. But in case if they don't come, how they eat? When the soul is hungry, by the way, like nowadays, when we are hungry, normally we will go to the restaurant, open the door of the restaurant, asking for menu to see which kind of food that we will go to select it to eat, right? What about the soul? If it's hungry, it's need a false door to go outside and to get whatever she need from the food, which is here. Here is an opal. He is sitting in his throne, and in front of him his wife. You can compare the proportion between him and her. You will go to see that she appear in a big design and she appear very small. Why? He do this in intention, just to appear that it looks like my daughter, to care about her. It means more deep love. So he care about her as a daughter of myself, okay? She is my sweetie. As you see it here, this is a offering table. Above it, all the different kind of food, vegetables, fruits, also, by the way, wine, honey, milk, water. This number 10,000. It means the types that they need of different kind of cattle, like goat and sheep, and also cotton and alabaster. Cotton to wear, to make clothes. Alabaster to make a lot of statue, by the way. Geese. All of these types, by the way, arranged in order and in its quantity, by the way. By a magical way, all of this will come true, to enjoy, to eat, to drink, to do whatever they need. The false door provided with the guards. 4 guards to guard him from the 4 directions, north, south, east and west, because that this is supposed to be like the gate of the future for him, which is the soul coming out and go inside, and provided with 2 eyes, the eye to look what happened outside, and full with a lot of inscription, started from right to left, up to down.
We are on our way to Giza. My guide, Temet.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Shakira. Shakira.
On our way to Giza. I have my little head wrap because, you know, I'm Egyptian now.
Yes. Yes. You're Egyptian, yeah.
I'm Egyptian now. And we are on our way. I'm so excited. You guys are going to be with me.
Yes. Gonna give him water?
Yeah. I get him. Let him get some water.
Hello, Shakira. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so very excited. We're gonna be riding the camels, and you know I'm Egyptian right now, so it's gonna be fun. Our horse is thirsty, so he's getting some water. Alright, so we are on the camel. Whew. It's a bit of a bumpy ride. And then we've got the pyramids back here. These are the tombs my guide was telling me about. You guys can see these are the tombs for the workers of the pyramids. Which so it's an honor to be able to be buried, you know, right by the pyramids. It's an honor. So what's the name of this big one with the cap?
Look, anyway, this you are in Giza.
Uh-huh.
This is the bigger one named Cheops.
Cheops.
Cheops. Second, Chafrin.
So
Third, Macarinos.
this is Chafron,
This Cheops.
Cheops,
And the second Chafrin.
Chefron,
And the third, Macarinos.
Macarinos.
Here
Okay.
you have a 9 pyramid.
Okay,
9. 3
9.
big and 6 small. You have 3 small behind Cheops and 3 small behind Macarinos, the last one there.
Okay.
And you know how many people built it? It's about 110,000 people built it.
Wow.
The pyramid is King Cheops. He killed these people. Why he killed him? Because he kept the secret from them. But nobody know how built the pyramid like this.
Yeah.
Pyramid, no machine, no ascent, all by hand.
Yeah.
No stone.
Sorry guys, the next few clips are going to be a little shaky, a little rocky because I'm riding on a camel and the ride is quite bumpy. So bear with me for this next minute. It's hot out here. We are heading up to the smaller mound, which is actually pretty important. I think it was a tomb for not one of the kings, but like just like a noble person. And they found treasures inside. But, well, there were supposed to be treasures inside. But, of course, they were all taken out, all of the pyramids. But when they had treasures inside, they were looted. So we know that they had treasures because there are, you know, kings buried nearby. Different kings that had tombs in the area. As well as the workers that were buried over here as well, which is an honor to be buried near the pyramids, especially during that time, because the pyramids were the center of Egyptian culture. And yeah, and we're going to be heading out to see some more stuff, and I will tune back in with you guys. Wow, we're like getting up really close now to the big pyramid, Cheops. It's so pretty. This is the Macarinos pyramid.
Yes.
And this whole area is called the Temple of the Macarinos. And then you have the Queen's Pyramid that's in the corner right there. It almost looks like there's a chair, like a throne on top of it. So that looks kind of cool. And this is just like absolutely gorgeous. Like I really love this entire area. If you see the blocks are fitted together so precisely that you cannot even slip a piece of paper in between them. And that's how they are, so they're like almost like melted together in a sense. So I think that's incredibly, incredibly cool. This is really cool because you have a really good view of like all of Egypt. So you have the Queen's Temple, the Queen's Pyramid right there. You can see you can see all of the stone structures, and you can even see the big pyramid from right here called Chefron. This one's called Chefron. So which one is called Cheops? The second one?
Bigger one. First one.
The first one.
Cheops. Father.
Cheops.
The father. Because here one family. Father, son, grandson.
That makes sense. That makes sense. This is a really interesting area. I love this area. you would never think that there was something like this here, you know? In pictures and in videos, it kind of just looks like there's 3 pyramids there, but there's actually 9, you know? So this one is like, it's really, really cool, really awesome. All right, so we're going inside the Khafre. This is the 2nd pyramid. And we are crouched and heading down there. Okay. Whew. Get a nice like little steady pace. Because I feel like it is so easy to hurt yourself. By the way, these aren't real steps. It's just like a slanted board with these pegs on it so that, you know, you have something to step on so you don't slide. But yeah, there's like, it looks like steps, but it's not really steps. I just thought I'd point that out. So you guys are like, well, why is it such a big deal? And I'm like, because you can really hurt yourself. And we're crouched. It's like you see the ceiling is like right there. So we're super crouched down. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, you see me super crouched. So you don't hit your head on the top. Okay, we're doing this. Guys, look. Alright. So as suspected, I totally tripped.
All New York women beautiful like you.
Oh, thank you. So as expected, I totally tripped, and I busted my other sandal. So hey, here we go. It is what it is. You can't care. Like I'm in the pyramid. I'm in Khafre. So it's like, come on. Okay. So this is inside the king's chamber. As you can see, like there's writing on the wall, and these are, which I can only assume are like some of the king's treasures. So you can like really see what it looks like inside of here. It's just like a massive chamber. And, you know, it has the sign in Arabic and English, do not touch. So we can only guess, like, what's inside of there. And this right here, this is the king's sarcophagus. King's sarcophagus. And this is, like, inside. It's made of that same material of the, I think, basalt or something like that, but I'll get the name. The same material that I bought some souvenirs with that material as well, like a Horus, which is one of the jars that you put organs in when you pass on. It's a bit of a tradition. And look, it's just like so gorgeous. It's absolutely massive inside of here. It's really cool how they're able to build such chambers inside the pyramids. Really awesome. And we took some photos in front of the king's sarcophagus, and yeah, it's wonderful. I think that is, maybe that's the discovery date. Belzoni, March 2nd, 1818, when they discovered this chamber. So this is like one of the first chambers they discovered then. It's that old. All right, so I'm about to head back. Yeah. Bye bye. Thank you so much. It's my guide. We're heading back out. Been in here for a little bit now. Hello. So one thing that I noticed is that there's no writing on the wall. There's no hieroglyphs in this pyramid, which is really interesting. I feel like there are.
How many meters?
So I feel like there are hieroglyphs, but you just can't really see it. All right. So I'll mention again that we're still inside Khafre, which is the big pyramid with the little cap on the top, which is dream come true. So, oh look, secret chamber. What's that? What's down there? It's locked. they're still excavating these pyramids. They still don't know everything that's inside of it. They haven't discovered all of the rooms. It's literally a little bit of a maze in here, which is like really amazing. But again, this pyramid, as long as the other 9 that are here, which is really interesting. But I think it's just mainly the 3 big ones that were part of the free energy system in the old world, right? So what they had was they had limestone and different minerals that they used to cover the pyramids. And what they did is that it helped conduct electricity. It helped channel the protons and the neutrons in the atmosphere into the ground. And then it dispersed the electricity to all of the residents in the area and that of the sort. So the reason why there's multiple pyramids, so there's multiple pyramids all over the world, and they're all placed on ley lines on the planet, which are specific areas where there's a lot of energy buildup in those specific points on the earth. And you need quite a few, and they have to be massive, right? Because it has to cover a very large area. So Cairo, Egypt, very big country. So you need a massive pyramid if you're going to have something that's going to generate enough electricity for all of your citizens. So, and anyone can tap into it. Well, at the time when they were active, right? Anyone could tap into it. And as long as you were within range, you would be able to get electricity. And I think that is just like the most wonderful idea, like it just piece of technology ever. And I know people are like, oh, they don't know how they were built. They don't know, a lot of stuff about them, but the plan, the design, the architecture did not come from us, okay? The architecture came from other beings, other life forms, but we built it. So that's pretty much what the story is, right? They were, they didn't come here with the tech and build it. No, we built that. And they came, they had the blueprint, they had the architecture, they had everything that, they made sure they had everything that we needed, and we were able to kind of have this. And it's really amazing. They stripped the pyramids of their mineral coating so they could monetize electricity, pretty much. So it's a really interesting fact that I feel like a lot of people don't know, and why people don't understand like where all these pyramids come from, because there's pyramids in Antarctica, there's pyramids in China, there's pyramids in India, all of the major places in the world. And it's been really a journey getting to learn all of this stuff and like understand different things, which is the main reason why I wanted to come here in the first place, because the pyramids are an energy resource center. Hi. People walking by. So the pyramids are an energy resource center. So this is like one of the few master pyramids that we have on Earth. And master pyramids are a pyramid that acts as not only an energy generator, but a place where you can reach a higher dimension, but a place where you can reach a higher level of vibration through meditation, and also a space where you can actually use as a portal to go to other worlds or other places like that. But that information is not very well known. We don't have the research developed at this time to be able to replicate something like that, or do it, or even understand that this was one of the purposes of the pyramids. So not, like I said again, not every pyramid has that sort of capability. It's only the master pyramids, and there's very specific design, very specific architecture that is required for all of those purposes. And that is why we had Amun-Ra, we had all of the gods of the old world, and they were able to build the pyramids and construct them in a way that we can use them for ascension purposes. So really interesting. I love it. It makes me so happy, but all right, I have to go now. I love you guys. We are heading back up the little stair steppers, trying not to fall. It's regular.
How are you doing?
All right.
Welcome back to life.
Welcome back.
Good day to
Thank
you.
Yes.
Hey, wait.
Oh, wow.
يا رجب
ناظر عند رجب انا مش داخل.
طلعهم يا
انا ادعي عليه انا
لا 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 مش عايز صغير معاك. طلعها يا رجب.
All right. Huh?
You are still alive?
Yep. We made it. Ah, this is the pyramid, guys. The big one with the cap on the top. It's wonderful. It's my guys. Say what's up. All right. We are on our way to the Sphinx now. Pyramid in the background. We just left. And, yeah. Whew. Very happy. I mean, I couldn't be happier, to be honest. Could not be happier. If you know me, you know I'm a big fucking nerd. Okay, it just is what it is. And me being here in Egypt is nerd kingdom. Okay, it is nerd kingdom. I'm nerding out, and I'm perfectly okay. I'm perfectly happy. This is the greatest time. Okay, perfectly happy, nerding the hell out. Okay, so you guys, like I was saying, you see, like, this is like all new reinforcement that they have that they built in because the bottom was so weathered away. So the Sphinx is actually like way older than all of the pyramids in this area the Sphinx has these pyramids by about 10 to 15,000 years, right? And that is because the Sphinx, the reason why we know that is because the bottom of the Sphinx, the erosion that we see is consistent with water erosion. It's consistent with rain. So the last time that this area was flooded with water, like a body of water, had to be around 50 to 70,000 years ago. And that is how old we know the Sphinx is. And that is how we can date it, because the erosion at the bottom is consistent with rain and water erosion. It is not consistent with sand and rock and wind erosion. The same type of erosion that we see on the Great Pyramids is we see wind erosion, we see sand erosion, rock erosion, because obviously sand is just a fine rock, right? So that's the type of erosion that we see on the pyramids. However, on the Sphinx, it's water. So that tells us that when the Sphinx was built, or at least we know that the Sphinx was here for a long time while this whole area was still a body of water. And it had to have been here for a long time to erode so clearly, water erosion. It had to have been here for a long time while this entire area was still a body of water. And that is why they had to reinforce the bottom with this brick here so that it can maintain the shape and we can maintain the integrity of the Sphinx, even though we didn't have the original stones that the Sphinx was built with. And you can see, like, she's just so majestic. She's just sitting up there in all of the majesty that she holds. And you know, there's more information about that as well, but I don't know if like the public is ready for that. ready for that type of information. But pretty much, like, there have been different groups that have been here and have had an influence in humanity over time, and the Sphinx was built with a specific group of extraterrestrial beings, if we're just being completely frank, right? So the Sphinx was built from a different set of extraterrestrial beings, a different set that built the pyramids. So they're totally different in design, and they're totally different in design, and you know, we see that there's even a different style here. But we do also know that the Egyptians were very, very, very skilled, okay, in carving rocks, in, you know, creating these structures and things of that nature. And of course, like the carvings, the statues, and how they were able to, you know, get it so smooth and detail oriented. We know that the Egyptians were more than capable, but we know that the Sphinx in particular is much older than ancient Egypt. and it was here before ancient Egypt was established, and the pyramids weren't here until were built during the ancient Egyptian period. So that much we know. So I also wanted to mention that secretly there is known to be a library in underneath the Sphinx. There is actually supposed to be like a stair, like a entryway, right? If I can get it right here in between the two paws. There's supposed to be an entryway to a library, which is said to be the library of I think it's Amun-Ra or his son. It's either or. There's a library there where it actually holds the secrets of humanity. It holds the secrets of the different human civilizations that have populated this planet, and what happened to them, why they went extinct, and it details the history of those civilizations as well as all of the secrets of science, physics, chemistry. We know that there's a library underneath there. There has been an examination of a scan of the area, and what we found was that there's a huge cavern underneath there, but the Egyptian government does not let anybody enter the Sphinx, or it does not let anybody enter that area, but we do know that there is knowledge. So there's evidence of knowledge that is underneath there, and legendary texts and really ancient books talk about the library that's there. It talks about the secrets of ascension, the secrets of humanity, and all of the technology and the science that they don't want to leak into mainstream media nowadays. So I hope one day, that knowledge will be released and we'll be able to actually use it to better ourselves as a people and as a human race, because the goal is to become a galactic civilization, right? Like, we don't want to just be bound to this planet. We want to be able to explore the cosmos, and the secret to that, to be able to do that at an accelerated pace, is definitely within that library. Alright guys, so I'm gonna head out now. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. It's a perfect image to end this video on. Just absolutely wonderful. Again, the entry to the library is supposed to be in between the two paws that are right there. As you can see, the people, they don't want us anywhere near this area, right? They don't want us anywhere near this area. There's a gate that is just, blocking this off all the way far out there, and then we can see. So this is awesome, absolutely awesome. You see the tail, the paw, the body, the head, pyramid. It's amazing. All right, guys, I gotta go. Love you. All right, guys. So I came back to the hotel, showered, changed, and now I'm about to have dinner. And I think it's just gonna be something really simple, like some chicken and french fries, nothing too crazy. I'm still looking at the pyramids behind me. You guys are probably sick of hearing about the pyramids by now, but I would never tire. I would never tire. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to head more into Cairo. We're going to see old Cairo, which is more historically accurate, and we're going to go to the museum. I think the name is the National Museum of Egyptian History. I think that's the actual name of it, because I'm the Cairo Museum, and it's the museum that's in Cairo. That's not the name of the museum. So yeah. Yeah, so then we'll do that, and then we're going to take some tour of old Cairo, and some skincare stuff, healthcare. We're gonna see how they make the carpets here and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. It's not going to be as intense of a day as today. And then afterwards we're gonna do beach buggy which I'm not sure what that is, but I think because we're not gonna be at a beach. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. So it's like some like a ride around the desert, like at sunset with the sun out. So that's gonna be cool. So yeah, so my food has arrived. So I'm gonna eat, and then I'll probably head into the pool afterward. And yeah, it's been great. It's been an amazing day. I've had a really great day so far. But yeah, love you guys.